Yo, what's good? SupremeDaalmighty back in the building. We got the homie Benny Holiday back on the show. We discussing his new album, Messiah of Carolina. You know what I'm saying? We also got the homie DJ Legal on the show tonight as well as a special guest. So, yo, first and foremost, shout out to the sponsors, you know what I mean? Snowgoons, Creative Juices Music, Elite Sound International, Blaze 'em Up Radio. You know what I'm saying? Vinyl Frontier, Smiley the Ghetto Child, the usual suspects. You know how that go. Make sure to also cap that new album. You know what I'm saying? Messiah of Carolina. My bad, yo. But yeah, that joint is hot. There's no skippers on that shit. Yo, Peace Generation. You know what I mean? Make sure to check out the goonsgear.com for all that fly shit. Like I said, you know what I mean? Fly shit all day, man. We got that for you. Go check that shit out. Peace and blessings to everybody. I hope everybody had a good week and shit.
Yeah, what's up?
Yo.
What's going on?
Well, good. Yo, I like that banner in the background, man. Shit's fly.
Hell yeah, we getting it. We getting it. What's up?
Yeah. Man? Nah, bro. Just excited to talk about this shit, man, because I've been listening to the shit and yo, yeah, that's where the fuck it's at, man. This album is some yeah.
Thank you, man.
We're gonna talk about that.
You know, we worked hard on it, man. I was really proud of it. We did like a whole bunch of joints and like man, there was some joints where like I spit them and they were to a different beat and Osco 67 remixed them and like made them into whole new songs. And I think I did like 30 songs for the project and we ended up only doing 11. So like the ones that he remixed, I don't remember making them, and so that he had like a new beat to him, and he was sending them to me, and I was like, it was like basically, I was in the lab twisted when I made them, so I don't remember making them, and so like he's playing them to me, and they got new beats I've never heard, and I'm like, oh, this album's gonna be great, but it's like not even, you know, it's just like I'm just listening to it, like wow, man, we was really doing our thing, and then him, so it ended up just being his cultivation, man. We got a whole bunch of dope producers, Ill Informed is on there, a bunch of Snowgoons, you're on there, so thank you for your contribution, my brother. That was motherfucking a great song we did. I love ending the album with that. You know what I mean?
Word, yo, yeah, that shit hit a different way, man. Like that shit was, yo, the joint we did was some the shit was some next level shit, man. Cause like I said, you know what I'm saying? We took it, I should say, took it a whole nother way. And honestly, it definitely deserved appreciation. Cause you know what I'm saying? Not too many people could go in depth about shit the way you did on that specific track, Infinity and shit. But we gonna talk about that. We're gonna kind of, you know what I mean, go in a little bit.
Smig in the comments, what up, my G? Hey, his wife and him got me coming over for Thanksgiving tomorrow. What is it, Easter? I'm gonna be over for Easter tomorrow. They cooking chicken. I'm about to be over there. Shout out, Smig.
No doubt, peace, Smig. No doubt. Yeah, the homie Illegal's running a little bit late, but we gonna
that's cool. He's
add him in as we
out
go
with some
and
all
shit.
stars. You know what I mean? Some high level guys right now. So we really, you know, that's we salute that. That's huge.
Hard. Yeah. He out there with the doppelgangers and shit.
Yeah.
Peace to them. They from my area and shit.
Huge, man. Huge. You know, they haven't done that many features, but they got one with Snowgoons. You know, that's because they're all tight moving around out there.
Yeah. Yo, in general, man, the whole fucking team is just winning, man. Like it's a beautiful thing. It's a
this
fucking
was a good
beautiful
first quarter.
thing. We
had a really strong first quarter. Strongest quarter of my life, easily.
Yo, facts. You ain't lying. So while we waiting for him, did you want to add in anybody, or did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Any of my people that's watching, I'm trying to have Crimro and a whole bunch of my other homies chime in. So I don't know who's in the thing, but they can request whenever they want. Yeah, man, I had so many good features on this one, man. Crimro Smith was one of them, and that's my guy. I know him since like he was touring with Haystack and doing shows with me in Haystack back in like 2014 maybe or 15 at Ground Zero in Spartanburg. So I had a long-standing relationship with him. You know, it was really good to finally have him on a track of my albums where we had a video. We had Caskey on that one, who's been on Cash Money Records, signed by Birdman. Just did an album with Yellow Wolf. He really stands in his own. That's just two big things you can like right next to him. But like, you know, he got like 20 albums. I know him for so long, and I, as a promoter, done so many shows for him. I can't even count. Whether it's in Raleigh, Charlotte, Charleston, Columbia. I've done a million shows for him all around everywhere. But so it's cool to finally have him on a joint. And now we're working on like a whole project together and got a whole bunch of shows going. So this album was really cool. I got to, highlight my boy fucking Kilo Fresh from Asheville, who's a big like just friend of mine my whole life. And for the last like 10 years, we've been doing music and always at the same shows, but we very, rarely linked on some music stuff. But we, I'll be his hype man at his show. He'll be my hype man at my show, but we just never linked in the studio. We did when we was younger, but, it was like mixtape stuff. But it was really good. He, came to my crib and we smoked and chilled, and he did a great job on that one. And then Bubba Sparks, is like triple platinum rapper. That was cool to have that on there. You know what I mean? That was huge. Ill Bill, man, what? The Ill Bill joint was absolutely, it's almost at 100,000. That was this quarter's, to me, the highlight of the whole thing. That was a big one. You know what I mean? And you ain't seen that many Ill Bill videos, so that makes it even more crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, word, yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. That shit is actually pretty crazy now that you said that, because it is true. You know what I mean? Ill Bill is fucking dope as fuck, but yeah, he don't be out there like that. But it's all good though, because he don't need the face out there. You know what I'm saying? He got the lyrics. Yeah. But yeah, now that video in general was fucking crazy, man. I think it seems like every new quarter you coming up with some new ideas, man. And I think that's the ill shit about you as an artist, man, because you always come with some fucking fresh shit, bro. Like,
thank you, bro.
You know what I mean? So I got to put that out there and shit.
Thanks, man. We're working hard. We got the next quarter. We already know what's happening for the rest of the year. So I can guarantee you it's all hard, because it's all, every couple months the songwriting techniques are changing. We're bringing new characters in. Illegal's getting crazy with the beats now, where he sounds like he's on some, DJ Polo shit. He's on some down south shit. Like he sounded like GZ 101 and Gangsta Grills. It's incredible. He's so versatile. So we got all that new sound brewing, and on top of that I got kind of I won't speak too much about it until Illegal lets me know I can, but we got 2 other big projects, and we're working with bigger and bigger people. This coming weekend we with Onyx, you know what I mean, which is huge. You know what I mean. And RA the Rugged Man also, he's gonna be there. So shit's good, man. I don't know what to say. Shit is good. The album is fire. Man, what was your favorite joint?
Yo, honestly, it might sound kind of whatever cliche, but the first track, for some reason, the way it came in, and the beat too, I think just the singing and the choir shit really kind of grabs me sometimes when it comes to albums.
Yeah.
But it's more so the lyricism too, cause like I said, see it's hard with you, bro. I can't pick a favorite, because it seems like every time you rap on a beat, you say some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what the fuck did he just say? Like, it's like you have to run it back sometimes to some of the shit you say. Like I was telling you about when I think we making a joke about the dinosaur and spinal cord line and the gangsters and goblins shit.
My tribal sword was formed out the spinal cord of a dinosaur. Dwarven iron forges inside the core where the fire roars. Yeah. I love all that shit, man. That's why I like, I just like writing and stuff. That's my favorite, not my favorite part. I really like doing the shows, but writing just while I'm chilling, and like, when your boys be in the studio and then you gotta go, yo, I got one. Like, I want it to be like that 16 times in a row every time. You know what I mean? So I just really want to commit to having something that's fun to listen to. So I hope people enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, it's definitely that was definitely one of the favorite ones, but also Mad King Complex, like.
Oh,
I don't know. It's just something about. Like I said, it's tough to really call it, because you could get thrown on any beat and the shit would just fucking.
Thanks,
you know what I mean? I think we wait for a little bit for Illegal before we really get into more of a discussion, because there's some shit that I wanted to ask. There is some question I wanted to ask. But we'll wait for that. But meanwhile, I figured we touch on some other subject and shit. Within the same realm of that. So, what made you want to come up with Messiah of Carolina?
Oh, okay. So Carolina Messiah was like I did my first song I ever did was on a Junior Mac Now beat. He was from France. I think he used to be one of the illest beat makers in the game. He did joints with, Paz was on his tags, and he did joints with everybody. Ill Bill, he's on the Ill Bill albums, or maybe like Coca, or both maybe. I'm not always sure, but anyways, he was top tier. I did my first solo song when I was 22 on his beat. That Raekwon from Savage Brothers, aka Billy Roscoe, gave to me. He was writing to it. He was like, "Nah, I want to do something else," and he gave it to me. And to me, I was like, "Oh," because I had heard he had, gave beat packs to Raekwon and stuff like that. And he'd done some really big stuff. So I was like, "Okay, now I got it." Well, I was like, "What am I gonna do with it?" He was like, "Yo, you just do it." So I was like, "All right," and I wrote Bloody Blunts 1, and that Bloody Blunts at the time, it was called God of the Bloody Blunts, and on the hook it was. I said, "I'm the Carolina Messiah. I chug moonshine, smoke kush, and spit fire." And can't remember who did the cuts, but shout outs to whoever did the cuts. My man from the UK, I can't remember his name, but yeah, man. So that was the first joint, and then I was just sitting in my living room with Juan Salez, and I couldn't figure out a name for the title. The whole thing is I was just watching a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings shit, all the Led Zeppelin shit talking about Lord of the Rings, and watching all these Led Zeppelin documentaries. And I just wanted to do something with a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings Tolkien shit, kind of like me and Billy Roscoe did for Blood Oath. I really wanted to theme it off of because I was starting to get a lot of, all these, just watching too many documentaries on YouTube, smoking weed. That's basically really what happened. Just watching crazy amounts of documentaries, 70s rock groups and stuff, and just, trying to catch that vibe. And then on top of that, we did East Coast gangster rap coming from a Southern perspective on top of Tolkien shit from beats made in Europe. I mean, the whole show was crazy, dog. It was absolutely insane, put together thing. And the samples aren't a lot of albums, they just have Style Wars kind of sample, "You are the beat, you can make sure the hip hop happens to you," or whatever, they have those tiny little, and instead I wanted the accents of the samples to kind of be more fucking English folklore. I was watching this thing about how the French kind of destroyed English history of their folklore in the 800s or something like that. So the stories of Lord of the Rings and all that shit was really important for England and stuff because they didn't really have a backbone to draw and all these stories. Anyways, watching a bunch of documentaries and made me want to make an album like that. You know what I mean? I don't even know it was a good idea. It was just me high. That's the things that interested me. So I kind of just chased that shit. You know what I mean?
Shit, no doubt. No, I like that. I like that whole backstyle story, man. That shit is crazy. That's a really in-depth shit. See, that's why, you know what? Let's keep it a buck real quick. I don't think people really fully understand you because you a friend of mine. We fam. So we talk regularly. So a lot of people may think of you as this fucking raw, all-out fucking lyricist, but you was a smart dude, though. I don't think a lot of people really understand that. You know what I'm saying? When you really listen to the lyrics and the punchlines and shit, man, it's sophisticated. It's not just your normal flow and conducting wordplay and shit. So, but you also show it look at that. Your whole fucking backstory to this shit is I didn't even know all that. I didn't know you was, you know what I'm saying? So that shit is crazy, man. I just had to point that out real quick for those that may not know you personally. Yo, Roscoe, it says you gotta update your app. It's saying I can't add you in and shit because
South
something about
Carolina.
Your app. Let me see if maybe it says you got the latest version.
What up, Snowgoons?
You got the latest version and stuff like that. I'll try to update your app right quick, and I guess I can try to add you in and shit. Yeah, I tried to add you in a couple minutes ago and shit.
Yeah,
yo.
What up?
Yo, what's good, fellas?
Yo, live from Hollywood. What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
Chilling, man. Just came from the show, I was running to the hotel because I'm in Switzerland, and for some reason my service is not working out here. Because for people that don't know, man, Zurich or Switzerland is in Europe, right? But it doesn't belong to the European Union. So therefore, they're doing some weirdo shit with the phone services out here and stuff. So I don't know, my shit doesn't come up here all day. So I'll be, relying on the Wi-Fi. And then from all venues, in the last probably 5 years, I haven't had one venue that had not Wi-Fi, but this venue tonight don't has Wi-Fi. So I'm so I had to run back to the hotel. At least it's just down the block,
we're excited you're here.
Yeah, whatever. I'm here now, so I was just watching y'all, man. What's good, man?
Chill, man. Yeah, nah, me and him had that inside joke earlier. I'm like, yo, I hope you updated your app, bro.
Oh, yeah. I actually did. Yeah, I actually did earlier today.
Word. No doubt. Yeah, before we really discuss some of the tracks and stuff like that, I think we wait for you to hop in and shit, to get your perception of the album too. But now that you hear, yeah, like the album is dope, man. I mean, there was one track I wanted to ask y'all about because it kind of threw me off when I gave it a first listen. I had to throw this out there right away. So, Spaceship, what made y'all want to take that direction? Cause that completely threw me the fuck off. I'm like, whoa, I thought the Spotify skipped to another track, a whole other track listed or something at first, and then I was like, oh, that's Benny. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So, what made y'all want to take that direction for Spaceship?
I think, but initially, I think we were making a track for Kasky, and we were working on a beat pack for that, and we ended up going with some other ones. But in the process, that got left, and then the guys that are on that track, Bloodline, those are like my friends that do every show with me, and it's a whole bunch. It's just like 8 guys or something from Asheville, but I've known everybody, you know, since I've known people. So like it was just like a thing where I really wanted to. My big connection in the music industry is the Snowgoons, man. It's like these are the people from my block and from my town. So it's like I really wanted to. I know it was different than what we're used to, but also it's like me reflecting my surroundings on a personal level instead of just like jumping into like Ill Bill and Apathy and AOTP world, which I like hanging out in that realm. You know, that's kind of where I love to eat. But also at the same time, like to show you this area. It's like Southern hip hop, UGK, Outkast. You know, all these things really kind of bred my style a lot too, and you know, I'm very conscious of that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was a weird joint, huh?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you know, like Benny said already, this beat I guess was originally for another project, and I'm just gonna say like in the future you're definitely gonna hear some different shit from Snowgoons too. You know. Which is dope. Like I was first like when Benny asked me to do some sort of style of beats like that, I was like, I don't know if I actually really can do that, right? And I tried out a little bit, and it was actually really fun, you know. So I just ran with it though. Like it was really fun to do it, and I think they came out cool, you know. I mean, it's definitely something different than the average boom bap shit, obviously, right? But and I can go this far because I'm still having fun with it, right? Like, it's not like that I have, like, I force myself to, like, oh, yeah, now you have to do, like, the 16 hi-hats and what, you know, like, shit like that. So as long as I have fun with it, though, it's all cool with me, right? So, and ultimately, of course, you know, I would not do, like, a beat that, like seriously sounds like some top 10 trap type kind of shit, right? Like, I mean, it has still, like, melodies and a sort of like Snowgoons-ish style.
It has the dust on it. It's still dusty. It's still like got the crunch to it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's exactly where we want to be.
Like super polished and shit, you know. But yeah, man. Once again, man, I had fun doing it, and I think the track came out mad cool. And yeah, it's just something different. And I think you're gonna hear this probably a little bit more in the future as well. You know, not saying like we're going all in this direction now, but it's definitely something different. And you know, also again, like looking at Benny, man, coming from the South, you know, he obviously definitely bringing something different to the table. And I definitely like that direction, you know, as far as the Snowgoons. And yeah, so you know, that was, I guess, that approach with that track though.
One of the ways I had to convince Illegal is I hit him in like the morning. It's like I'm hungover, and I was like, you know what? Last night I thought all like the South has the best white rappers in the game, like out of everybody. Like I was like, yo, we gotta take advantage of that somehow. And I know a lot of them. Like I've met a lot of them. Like there's no way we can't like attach to that somehow. And I was just thinking, you know, like man, we got so many greats from like Vanilla Ice to Jelly Roll to, I mean, like literally, I could sit here, you know, Kasky, Yellow Wolf. I could just keep going and just name the Lil White and all this stuff. And I was like, man, I know a lot of these guys personally, and they know me personally, and we've got to take advantage of that. And just going into boom bap styles, like I love boom bap hip hop. That's what I do. But also, if I'm going into those studios and I'm rocking these big shows with 800 people that love this 3-6 Mafia sound, like. I'm not going with the knife to a gunfight, you know what I'm saying? And I know Illegal can bring the heat, so I'm like, all right, well, let's just bring them the heat they want. He's got a million styles, I got a million styles. This isn't even our final form. We just like, this is nice right now for this. So we might have a whole new, I'm telling you what, we're bringing in a lot of singers on the next album. So like, you know, we really going to keep evolving and really just try to make it so we don't get pigeonholed, but also we're expanding. But like he said, keeping that vintage crunch to the sound, because I think that's, You know, the most important thing, that's the root of it. The root of it is the boom bap, is the samples, is the records, is the knowledge of the culture. And now we're just expanding our branches. We're all getting older. We can't make the same album every year, you know, so I want to keep making something different. But we're not trying to stray too far and do some wild shit. We just trying to, you know, keep it funky. You know what I mean?
Well, ironic enough, last time I think we talked, you actually did mention that you wanted to take it back to your roots, but you were trying to figure out how to do it. And
yeah.
I'm glad you did it. And I'm not going front. I was not expecting to hear Illegal make some shit like that. And I'll tell you right now, man, but that just goes to show you're not done growing. Like, you're always going to have some crazy shit to hit everybody with. And it's like, it's perfect. And it's, in general, the album is very versatile, yo. It's not like it's just constantly in your face, slap you, murk you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you had Infinity. And then, I got to mention, I love the segue from Hollow to Infinity. Because
Jupiter Bay. Yeah.
Yeah, because also because the two in general coincide with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and she was
took a real in-depth
video,
look.
and she was singing the outro. Tell you.
Wow. So, you know what I'm saying? I just had to mention that because it's just overall, it's like the perfect album, man. Like, it's so well put together, and it's not like in general. Like I was saying before,
we were very conscious of having a number one and having a last track. You know what I mean? And Illegal did such a good job with American Dream. If y'all heard American Dream in its initial state, you would not believe it's the same song. We reverse engineered it. Bubba had done the joint in the studio to a different beat, and then we kicked it to somebody new, or to Illegal. What up, Billy Roscoe? What's going on?
Good fan.
Yeah, and then I got Jupiter Bay. She came over and sang the hook, and then, like, you know, my boy Kilo laced his verse, and I did my shit last, and we put all the videos together. It was a crazy joint. So, you know, like, we had so much different ones, man. I was just really so happy with it. Have y'all heard what's the one with me and Billy called? Rain Was in the Air.
In the air, yeah.
Hey, Quan, tell them about how that came about. How old were you when you wrote that hook?
I think I was like 16 when I did that the first time.
What year was that?
It was like 2000. No. Yeah, 2002.
Damn.
2002.
That's
yeah,
crazy,
I was 16. So I did that, but like it was a whole song, and then like we actually like I researched it, found it, went back to some old school producer, found the song, and we were biddies in the lab listening to it, and we were just laughing. I was like, damn, I was 16 years
Yo,
old.
this motherfucker was ill when he was 15, dog. He's sicker than he is now. When he was 15, he'll body all of us, dog. It's wild. You wouldn't believe it.
But then, like, he was like, yo, like, we got this beat, you know, I fucking dug and found a sample like you was talking earlier on some acid trip hop shit and found a beat. The beat got sent over to me at the time. I was like, yo, Ben, I don't really feel this. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he was like, well, listen, man, let me do something to it. And then the way the sample came in, rain was in the air, you know what I mean? Like, if I reign supreme, I rain down on
like,
him. It was so perfect. You know what I mean?
The title was a double entendre. It was like rain was in the hair. It's like being the son of the king or the next king, you know what I mean? And like being able to like have the true reign of the empire, you know what I'm saying? So it was like yeah, man, it was a double word thing. Hey, y'all talk for a second. Gotta get a lighter so I smoke my blunt. Hold on one second.
Yo, I gotta say that track was fucking hard, man. Like the way you did the hook, I was expecting the verse. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little upset by that, but you know what I'm saying. It's all good though because the hook made up for it, yo, straight up and down. Man.
You
the
know, when music hits you a certain way, and like you know, when you're in the lab with talented people, and like something don't hit you like it should, then you should pass that off, man, because you see what came of it. And I still got to be a part of it. You know what I mean? So it was really dope in that process where, you know, it was cool like that. Like I had something that was dope, but I wasn't really into that mind frame that he was in and didn't have that same idea. So the song wouldn't have been a good song had I put a verse on it. You see what I mean? Like,
and we
I can make anything sound good. But, yeah, man, it was doper by himself with me and the hook. And it just everything, the post production was great. It was just good.
Yep.
You know.
overall, even when you're not on the track, when I come to find out with all y'all, y'all carry each other on the back. You know what I'm saying? Every time Benny rhymes, I feel like you right there with him. Every time you
That's
rhyme,
my
it's
dog.
like,
He's
yeah.
we just did a show together. I was saying his rhymes. He was saying my rhymes. We were like, yo,
Yeah.
this shit sounds butter right here. And it's going to be butter at the Onyx show, too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit is dope. I can't wait to, I can't wait to see the footage for that shit, yo. But while I got you here, Billy, right quick, you any specific tracks on the album that kind of stuck out to you?
I mean, obviously, Gangsters and Goblins. You know, I have been around some of the kind of like the building parts of that song and like seeing it like evolve into what it became and seeing what got done to it eventually. And I mean, honestly, that's probably one of my favorites. Just, you know, my tribal sword is formed out of a spinal cord of a dinosaur. I mean, come on, a dwarven iron forge. You know, it's just, I mean, it's incredible, man, when you go there.
Hey,
so, like, I'd say
it means a lot
to
from
me,
you, dog, because you're the king.
That's some real creative process right there. You can't just sit down and just say some shit like that, you know. So I don't know. That one stood out. And Bill has always been a huge inspiration. You know what I mean? He's been around us since I was 16, 15. You know, we were down south listening to nonfiction. We were outcasts, man. People that we didn't know. You know, it was Juicy J and Pop That Pussy. We was listening to fucking, you know, Ill Bill and nonfiction. And, yeah, CIA tried to kill me. I got the chance to be on stage with Sabak during that song one time. It was incredible. It's been an incredible journey. So hearing that song come to fruition and knowing the work that Benny put in and all of the time that got put into that, I just think it's incredible the feat of what we're capable of, you know. So
thank you. Yeah, agreed.
Definitely. Yo, I gotta mention real quick, man, them shirts are fire as fuck. Like, are those people still able to buy them shits?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sending you and the kids, I'm sending y'all some shits for free. So I got y'all. Billy was rocking his at the show. We was deep in the shirts at our last show in Charleston. Shout outs to Charleston. Shout outs to my man Sunset Black, Low Key Lee, Beer Man, everybody. They held us down in Charleston and treated us real good. It was my birthday. Man, we had a great time. You know, the release party for this album was one of the best birthdays of my life. We had so much fun, man. I really appreciate everybody coming out to that, man. It was so great. Yeah.
Yeah, them shirts is hot, man. You know what I'm saying? Who came up with, you came up with the idea for the cover art, right?
Yeah, me and Juan, my roommate and manager and like best friend, we was just looking through a whole lot of like you know, George Washington, they were trying to make him like the king of America. They were really, and they're like trying to make him a god with the lowercase g and all this stuff. And we were looking at all this Masonic paintings that they've done of him. Like they had him kind of like Jesus, or like the way that they put clouds around him and it would have like the sky behind him on these giant paintings on the top of the these buildings that were made in the 1700s. And we just kept looking at those paintings and like we finally found one that was really dope. And I just sent it to the artist. Shout out to Kevin Delgado. He's done a lot of big stuff for everybody. I got his comic books all over my wall, Tough Stuff and all this stuff. But I just give him the vision. And me and somebody, like a fan, was asking me, they're like, why is are these characters on the front? And I was like, dude, I was just smoking weed and I was with Billy Roscoe. I was like, yeah, put like Aleister Crowley on it and like fucking who's that dude from Russia who kept banging everybody's wife? Yeah, Rasputin. Put Rasputin. Like, it wasn't that deep of a process, to be completely fair. But he's just such a good artist that he made it incredible. So yeah.
It's a good question right there. I was gonna ask that too. Generation wanted to know, what is your absolute favorite song on the album?
For me, man, I really liked being a part of American Dream because I got to like see a small amount of emotion from DJ Illegal. For a moment, he was like, "This is a good song," and I was like, "Oh shit, he said it's fucking good, man!" I couldn't believe it, man. So that was part of the album. That was the moment that was the most surprising.
Yo, I gotta say too, I was surprised when I heard Illegal's voice. On the album, I was like, "Oh shit!" Your first it sounded mad deep. I'm like,
"This is my sequel to Blood Oath." Like, there's gonna be Blood Oath one and the next one, and this is like, you know how they come up with the Star Wars movies in between. This is the in between. After this, we got the Billy Roscoe. So and you're gonna hear Illegal's voice on the #1 tracks for all our albums where we're actually committed. A lot of albums get made, but some of them we really care about. And every time we do one of those, we want to have Illegal's voice on #1.
Yeah, yo, that shit sat right on that shit so perfectly, yo. I was like, that shit's crazy. That's when you know it's a banger, when you got Legal's voice on the fucking record, bro. That's when you know this shit is next level.
I made it, baby.
Yeah. Somebody had a question for you about Tremendo asks, can I get a feature from you guys for my EP on a project I'm working on?
Hit the inbox. Everything is available. Yeah, sure, man. We always working. Me and Billy Roscoe about to be up in Virginia. We're gonna have a long studio session up in Roanoke. Shout outs to all my guys up in Virginia that's holding me down. We give mad love to the VA. Got a couple of show announcements coming up in Virginia as well. So mad love to those guys.
Hell yeah.
What about you, Legal? What was one of your favorite joints off the album?
Me? Man, honestly, I'm still going through it, and it's like mainly always like the next joint that's gonna drop, because the album is really so versatile, and I had the pleasure already obviously to listen before it came out, and it was already then it wasn't clear which track I really liked. It's definitely Benny surprised me with a couple of the joints, because I at the time I haven't heard all the joints. Even the joints that I produced is like, I just had them very last basically, and so it's I can't really choose one track though, to be honest, because it's really, the album goes up and down, and that's what you really need on a good album, like it's not one dimensional. And and oh, by the way, Benny, so it's basically out for 1 week right now, and we're already at like 130,000 streams. It's dope,
That's great.
1 week. So the overall feedback also, man, like from everywhere, every corner it's coming, they definitely into it and they like it, like you're surprised. Definitely a lot of heads with that shit, and and I think also now, obviously going from Gangsters and Goblins like to American Dream, and now the next single that's gonna drop, the video, that's gonna be something different again, and then people gonna start realize, all right, this is something different, it's not like jumping back on some just straight boom bap in your face shit. So you will see, man, like it's definitely dope.
Yeah.
Like Generation said too, it's your first time on wax, yo. Like she said, like that shit is amazing. Congrats on that shit. Yeah,
that's big for me. That's big for me. And big shout outs to the Snowgoons for giving me that opportunity. Everybody go cop that. I know over in Carolina, we're going to do a tour just to make sure we get those out there. Like, that's very important to me. That's real hip-hop, and being on wax is something I've always wanted in my life. I wish I wouldn't have had Naked Satan girls on it so I could take it to my mom's house and be like, look, Mom, I made it. But if I showed my mom that, she going to beat me. She going to slap the shit out of me, dog. She going to be like, why you got these Naked Satan women on the album? But yeah, it's big for me. I'm excited, man.
I'm dead.
Yeah. And you can tell I'm on the road with Doppelgangers right now, and I was showing them yesterday when we had a long ride from Vienna back to like here to Zurich, Switzerland, and we was playing the album. Obviously, I showed them like all the new stuff we're doing, and they was definitely banging their heads and shit, and it was surprised too by hearing Pupa Sparks. They're like, oh shit, man, and he still got it, and it's like, so it was definitely dope seeing their reactions.
It's great. That's what we need to see in the future. Doppelgangers, Benny Holiday.
Yeah, listen, that's big for me, because I love those guys' music, and they're such motherfucking legends. So just to know that they even heard my voice on the track, man, that's huge, man. So thank you so much, man. That's cool as hell, man. And it's the way you said it too. You were like, on the way back from Vienna. I was like, oh shit, I saw the rain in the background and everything. That shit was ill.
Yo, word. And peace and blessings to the Doppelgangers too. They from my area, and that to get out of here like that is also a blessing, man. So definitely shout out to them, and I think that'll be a dope collab. It's ironic because last time I think we did your album, we were discussing you doing a collab with Onyx, so it's like predicting the future over here, man. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I'm excited though, because this shit is crazy. Straight up.
Man, we're rocking it in the pocket, I'll tell you that much. You definitely see us over there. We definitely gonna be rocking with them. But as you know, we don't want to do what you think we're gonna do exactly. Not you know, the fans. We don't want them to know exactly what we're gonna do. They know what we're gonna do, but the way we're gonna do it is gonna be the reason that you come back and back and back, because we're just gonna keep flipping it. So it's gonna get iller and iller. You know, the idea here is to keep growing, but also for everything to be conscious of trying to make like the next big thing. What's the next way to elevate it? How do we get it even bigger than the last time? And I think if we do that for 4 consecutive quarters, we're going to have a really nice fourth quarter and be able to set up the next year really good.
You know what? Not for nothing though. Like we discussing the spaceship joint, I feel like in a way you guys kind of set the bar, man. The reason I say that is because it's like you can mesh different genres, you can mesh different generations with that track.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because it has that newer generation vibe, but it also has the OG style of hip hop. So
yep.
I thought I was kind of shocked when I heard it, like I said, but the way you step on the beats is, like I said before, you can go on any fucking beat and make that shit, make it your own. So you know what I'm saying?
Thank
it was
Thank you.
It was definitely perfect, man. And
that track for real though, like it reflects where we live, man. Like where we live and how people like accept things, and you know, just like, you know, it was a way to kind of mesh the two to where like you didn't like give in to what's expected by doing that kind of style. You see what I mean? But at the same time, you gave them something that they could relate to. You see what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, you know, you really, that's kind of the formula that we're trying to work with, man. It's how you relate to someone, but give them a different, you know, idea of how it should be done. You know what I mean? So I think that song reflects coming from, you know, a Southerner. You know, my whole family are Yankees. My whole family are from, you know, up there in Chicago area, my dad and everything. And my dad lives in Jersey now, and you know, my mom lived there. My whole family came from that area. So at the end of the day, from a Southern person hearing that song, it kind of gave me a feeling about like, okay, this guy is from the South, but he's versatile enough to be like, damn, that shit bumps up there. It bumps out there, you know, everywhere, just to kind of give someone a feeling of what we go through every day. That's the kind of shit that we hear, that we can kind of give them, you know, a better form of that, a better frequency of what they trying to produce. You know what I mean?
More committed. So on the verses, yeah,
for real.
And on that joint, also big shout out to my man in Hanover, Germany, Osco 67, because we had already laced it. I sent the demo of it to Illegal. He said the sauce isn't really there. He's, you know, it's not all the way right. And so he did some things, and on every track on this album, Osco did something to add flavor to it, whether that be like the way the snares are filtered, or changing the song structure, or keeping the breakdowns the way he likes them, adding sound effects. Like, there's a big part of not just me doing the rapping thing and going to the shows and meeting everybody. There's this whole part of the production and people who mix and master. Shout outs to all the DJs that gave me scratches and, you know, helped to be part of that process, because a lot of it is like, I'm part of a team, but I'm relying on everybody else to do really good at what they did. Like, I gave people topics to make the scratches, and like DJ TMV like knocked it out of the park on the title track. Like all these different, they were all just incredible. Everybody did a great job on, you know, everything they brought. I was just really, really happy with the team effort production wise.
Once again, also shout out to the fucking Snowgoons DJs, man. Like, fucking amazing. Every DJ in that category.
Yep.
Right, Crit,
so
Frey and TMB did their thing, man. But also DJ Bad Habits, you know, he's on some tracks too.
Yeah, my
man. But the Snowgoons DJs, man, yeah, definitely, man. Like, you know, it's like, it feels so good that we recently added Trey and TMB to the team, and because they doing their thing for a long time, and you know, we have always been family, like working close. Like, I see these guys all the time when I'm whatever in the UK or in Switzerland or vice versa. They come to Germany or whatever, you know. So it was just natural to put them into Snowgoons DJs finally, man. Like, you know, it's the team got tighter, and we got so much shit coming this year. It's gonna be super dope, man. Definitely excited.
All right, definitely got, yo, to get somebody from Cash Money Records, man. You really hit the bank with that shit, because, you know what I'm saying, I know you was super hype excited for that shit too.
Yeah, yeah, man. We were committed. So, you know, I've known Kasky since maybe 2014 or something. I just kept doing shows with him. We got a lot of paper together. But I was just, I didn't, when I meet big celebrities, or not but big artists that are in the community of hip hop and I'm doing business, if you in the streets and stuff, everybody's a rapper. You never want to tell nobody, yo, I'm a rapper. Listen to me rapping and all that stuff. Like, so every time I saw him, I didn't even rap at his shows. I would sell slots. I would sell like 8 slots and then pay him and get my money at the door and all that stuff. Like, that was my whole move when I met him. So he didn't know I rapped until the last time we were like hanging out. And I was like, yo, here's some joints. And I was playing him. He's like, yo, you rap? This is crazy. So like, you know, like I was saying about us, knowing all these people personally, like I never really asked nobody for anything. But, you know, with this one, I was like, hey, I'm doing a record. Let's make it happen. And so, you know, everybody held me down. But I read this thing. I can't remember who said it. But, you know, it's one of those quotes on the internet where you never really know who said it. Anybody could have said it. But, like, people that are working hard in their 20s, you got to pay attention for that, to that, because in the 30s and the 40s, those people that really put in that work during their 20s start to, like, level up in whatever you're doing, whether it's dentistry, rap music, you know, hustle game, whatever you're doing. Like, if somebody, you know, and I put in my years in the industry and in the streets and all this stuff and created meeting all these people. And those are the relationships that formed into being able to have such a consistent basis with big artists. So, you know, if anybody's like green and you don't have your hits yet or your songs yet, or you don't have established relationships and you pay for these big artists, you know, and that nobody knows you and you drop it, you just waste a lot of money. So, you know, we definitely did it the right way by maximizing everything before we got to this level where we're working with such big artists. But it's just going to keep going up from here. So, you know, we're just trying to level up constantly.
Yo, you always hustling. For everybody that knows you outside the music shit and this and that, you always doing your thing. You always pushing, man. Like that. Yep. That's what needs to be done to get where you want to be. So, you know what I mean? Even though you pretty much at where you should be, yeah, you're still pushing to go higher. So that's what.
Yeah, yeah. Like we're gonna go bigger next quarter, and the next quarter after that, we're gonna go way bigger. But then that fourth quarter is about to be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. The fourth quarter, we're gonna have. I can't even speak on it, but it's gonna be a problem in the fourth quarter.
Well, when you say every show we do, you say that it always happens. So I gotta go with what you say. So, you know, I do want to ask everybody this question: who's a fan of Eastbound? Because those that have seen the music video know what the fuck I'm talking about. And
here's the thing, man. So since COVID happened, I hadn't seen Kasky because, like, we weren't doing shows back then. There was like, you know, so that shit. So like, he showed up, and like Yellow Wolf has mad songs about Eastbound and Down. So I was like, and him and Yellow Wolf hang out all the time. So I was like, dude, he's gonna get into it. He's gonna love it. This is gonna be perfect. And he showed up, and I had like the mullet on initially. So when I saw him, so I was just talking to him for like an hour and a half, and we like do the whole video. And he's got the jersey on and everything. And he was like, dude, what made you grow your hair out? And I was just like, nah, man, have you seen Eastbound and Down? And he was like, I'm not familiar with that. And I was like, oh, so he just thinks I have a mullet now. Just assumed that was like my real hair, just hanging out with him and shit. So it was like a super surreal. I had to like show him the shit afterwards. He was like, oh, I get it. But yeah, it was super funny because we all were like, man, this is hilarious. And he was like, I'm just having a good time with these fucking rednecks with their mullets and shit. It's okay, cool.
Yo, I can picture that shit too. Somebody just showing up and be like, yo, when the fuck did you grow your hair out? What the hell?
It's like, dude, what happened to Benny, dude?
It's like, what's going on here, yo? Straight up. I do got a compliment too, the bloody, not the bloody blunts, shit. Gangsters of Godwoods, because you had the fucking Nintendo glove in the shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But anybody is a video game head.
Yeah.
Word.
I wrote that. I was like, I had these really hot girls that were like super hot. And I was like, they're going to be playing the video games and kill each other and all this stuff. And then me and those guys, when we were supposed to do that shoot, we got hammered and fucked everything up. And I was like, fuck. And he emailed me back the next day. He was like, dude, I killed it. He was like, it's just me on the couch playing the game. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I thought he was more like one of the like goons that Ill Bill described, like with the 6-shooter and the mullet and stuff. He had that same like goon look. So I was like, even though it wasn't the intention, but like his kind of like Carl of Aqua Teen vibe look to being a goon that's just like killing people, and it worked. I liked it.
Yo,
yeah, but it was supposed to be 2 hot Asian bitches, but it just ended up my friend. Yes,
it worked. It worked. No offense to the models, but it worked.
Yeah, dude, we're out here.
Yo,
North Carolina, baby.
That shit is crazy. Yo, word. That's yeah. And then you got American Dream, Bubba Sparks, man. That's something else to mention, man, because he been in the game for a minute. You know what I mean? 90s rapper. I get 90s rapper pretty much, and to come back in like that shit like that is crazy.
Word. Yeah. Bubba Sparks. I know me. I got to open with hit. I've done so many shows with Bubba Sparks. I know him a long time. He's cool as hell. He's from Georgia. I got a whole bunch of family in Georgia. So it was all good. I known him for mad years. Listen, man, I got some embarrassing videos of Bubba Sparks, of me and him doing some videos when I didn't really know what I was doing yet. I can't even come back out with him. I had to take him down. Like, he's known me for that long. I think we shot the videos in like 2012, and bro, I didn't have it all together yet. So like, man, that guy's been down with me for years. He's a cool dude. He's got a lot going on. I don't like to bother him too much, but he's a great dude. Shout outs to Bubba Sparks, man. Legend.
Hell yeah. Yo.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat room,
who did?
Sorry. Jupiter May killed that too, man, on that joint.
100%. Yeah, shout outs to Jupiter May. I met her at a radio station here in Charlotte. I thought she was cool. I saw her like dance, and she like is a professional dancer, and she has like all the ill makeup and all. She looked like, Janet Jackson in the whatever video, in the Control video or whatever that was, looking fucked out. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be crazy. But then she started singing. I had her over my crib. I played her the Bubba Sparks joint. I'm telling you, she knocked it out the park. And so we've done a whole bunch of joints. The thing is, I don't want to do what we already did again. We're trying to reformulate it so next time we do it, it's new. You know what I mean?
I feel you. It worked though. It worked.
Yeah.
Like everything that she laced definitely was real catchy and real in your ear. It's just something that everybody could really vibe to, especially with Infinity.
I completely get like Griselda signing the chick that they did and all these people doing this, because like, dude, she's at underground rap shows with me, and it's like me and like 10 other corny white guys. Like fucking, like just like the worst just rappers, and then it's just like this like 6'1" hot chick with like red hair comes in, and everybody's just like, oh, I was like, dude, she's gonna win. Everybody's gonna be like, did you see Jupiter May? Because everybody else is just these disgusting looking goons like me, like fucking afro and beard in the back, rocking some metal band on the t-shirt. It's just she's gonna go far, dude. I'm telling you.
Yo, I'm dead. Yeah, she did a thing in Infinity. A lot of people actually thought she sang the hook. That shit was crazy. That shit really fit.
Yeah, she did sing that hook.
That shit came out. Wow, yo. But everybody in the chat room, I want you to type in your favorite track off the album. And anybody that got questions for anybody in this video, post it right now too. And just to go back and backpedal real quick, Benny does verses. You know what I'm saying? He does beats too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For anyone that might be interested.
Yeah,
but
maybe not. I'll leave the beats to illegal. These guys are masters, and I'll just be like, look at me do this. I'm not on the real level.
All right. Yo,
but yeah, thank
legal.
you, man. I appreciate it. Really, man. I just want everybody to go to Goons Gear. Cop the album. Really, I want everybody to check the vinyl. You know what I mean? We got packages and all that stuff. Man, it's super exciting. It took me like 10 years to get where I'm at. And what's cool about my life is like, man, if I would have known 10 years ago I was going to get right here, I would have known it all been, worth it. So fucking, I'm real excited. I want everybody to, go check it out, man. It's a fly-ass album. And we got a whole bunch more coming. And if you like this one, it's going to be like this all year. You know what I mean?
I do want to ask you. What I think is dope about it is, when we talk about Carolina Messiah, like, Benny's got extensive roots in both Carolinas, so like you could basically say he kind of grew up in both. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, everywhere. So it's like this. It's this thing where he's not from South Carolina and he's not from North Carolina. If you want to get technical with it, you can get technical, but like he encompasses both sounds. So like it creates it makes you stand out. You know what I mean? So the Carolina Messiah, when he did that shit, man, that was back when we was recording fucking Freedom or Death. You know what I mean? The Savage Brothers. He engineered the whole shit. You know what I mean? So fucking that was crazy as fuck. But yeah, I remember when he came out with that shit.
when he came out with that shit and he was doing that shit, he had like the animated videos. Wasn't nobody really doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and
the kid always
really gave me my first break. What was the song that,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, what was the song I was on Freedom of Death? Kill.
That was Kill. Yeah.
Now this is 2016, I think, and DJ Illegal was here in South Carolina, and we shot all the videos. I learned everything I know about videos from watching Illegal for 2 days. We would set up a video for like 1 month, 1 video per album, and then it would usually bomb because we had no subscribers and it was just us listening to it. And then when we met Illegal shot maybe 8 videos within like 48 hours right around us. Like for one of them, I was like going and just like changing my shirt and pushing it in the dryer, and he like made that shit look clean on the video or something like that. It was like fucking. I was like, oh, the video it's nothing but a guy holding a camera. How good the video is, just how much you commit to making it. It's not a magical thing. You just have to decide to do it. You know what I mean? And after learning that, then I just took off. That
part of Carolina is pretty rural too, man. Where we were at when he came and visited is pretty old and. You know what I mean? It's kind of run down and shit. You know what I mean? But it's not crazy like that. But it's just old. Like you know, so like that was kind of what we was about. Like Savage Brothers, we grew up in that kind of urban decay. You know what I mean? Where like shit just fucking goes away, man. And it's abandoned buildings, and it's a rough spot to be at. But like. He came in there, flew in for a couple days, man. Like, he's done that a couple times, man. Flown down, come to house parties. I mean, you're talking about a real guy, man. So, like, relationship is good, man. Much love, man. Like, that's why we keep making this music and dropping it, doing what we do. Because, we got the support that's there. You know what I mean? Don't nobody fly from Germany to fucking South Carolina, man.
Yeah, this
shit don't fucking happen.
A rare flight.
So that's how you know. That's how you know Illegal's authentic,
just come to
man.
South Carolina. He came to South Carolina in the hood and thugged it out with a whole bunch of heathens.
That's how you know Illegal's authentic, man, because you see him everywhere, and he holding it down like he right back home, straight up and down. You see him in the pictures in New York. He holding it down like he hold the block down. That's what we're talking about, man. That's when you know you authentic. You can go anywhere in the motherfucking world. Illegal's welcome everywhere, straight up.
Hell yeah.
Salute.
All right. I did. Somebody asked a question though. The homie DJ Tech 1s and 2s want to know. Is there anyone you want to work with that you haven't yet?
Yeah, but I'm kind of working with every one of them right now, so I don't want to spoil it. Honestly, like I never thought I'd get right here. You know what I mean? So now, what's the next ones? I don't know. I do know, and we're making it happen right now. So it's like it's a great question. Oh, okay, I got a good answer. I want to work with John B, man. I've been listening to John B all day, man. Come on. I hit Illegal the other day. I was like, yo, man, you think we can get John B? He was like, who is John B? And I was like, yeah, we probably can get John B.
Yo, that's a legend right there. Yeah, it's John B.
Early 90s white guy R&B. He was signed to like Babyface in like, I think 91 or maybe like 89, somewhere, maybe more like 88, 89 or something like that. But yo, I'll be listening to that all day. So maybe my next big feature is I want to get a hook from John B. He can marinate that bitch for me, and I'll make it super clean.
You gonna leave him with a whole bunch of bitches after that video shoot because John B. He was the panty wetter back then, boy. You know what I mean?
Yo, man.
Yeah.
Yo, they were so clean that the 80s. And I was chilling with Bubba Sparks, and I was shooting a shitty video with him that I did like mad years ago, and he was like, my first video was $400,000 budget. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And it's like when you watch those videos from the late 80s and early 90s on like Babyface's budget and stuff, they're so insane. Every shot was like drawn out on a storyboard, and it's wild. It's wild to look at the way that they were creating stuff at the late 80s with these big budgets. It really is. As somebody who just loves the culture, it's so interesting to watch those.
Yeah.
Or like anything that Heavy D was involved with, any of those videos, like the Soul for Real or Jam by Michael Jackson and all that stuff.
Yeah, but
I love
making money off them shits. So that's why they spent all that money. They was making fucking money off of doing that shit.
They was killing
it. Now you don't make money off of it.
They would shout out the guy that owns the label.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
That shit's great.
Hell yeah.
Real Spasm asked, what happened to MOP Sparta on iTunes? I'm not sure
what
that is.
Well, I don't know exactly, but people don't really know because we were signed to Baby Grand Records, right? And technically they own the albums per se, right? Like the first couple Snowgoons albums and including the MOP record. So I think they changed something in their distribution or whatever, because I'm not involved in their label politics, whatever. So I guess they took it down for now. We noticed that too, and we're working on it to get it back. But at the end of the day, it's not even our call, So that's the down part of like being signed to a label and they owning your album. They can do whatever they want to do. If they want to take it down, they take it down, and that's what it is, right? So I do understand it sucks and I don't like it, but there's literally nothing we can do about it. We're actually talking to them right now and being in communication. So hopefully it will be back up soon. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be gone forever. But yeah, this is also like some of the first Snowgoons albums and a couple other joints. They all disappeared from iTunes, Spotify, everywhere. But I think it's because they're changing something with the distribution or some. So they should be up back shortly, man. Yeah, but we get hit up from all type of angles. It's like it's not a day goes by in the last couple of weeks where somebody is asking like, yo, where's the Kraftwerk album? Where's
in the comments all the time,
where's the MOP? Like it's not in our hands though.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's the possibility of renegotiation this time because what I mean. I don't think that's fair for y'all because y'all put so much work into it for them to just do some shit like that. So I mean, maybe it's a possibility for renegotiation because man, that's I didn't even know that happened. That's crazy. Damn.
Yeah, there's a
what I'm saying?
whole history, man.
yeah, I can imagine. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, everyone that did hear it obviously loved it. So maybe it's possible to bring it back. You know what I mean? Figure something out. Maybe even do a whole remix album. This way you can claim it as your own.
Yeah, that was a great album. That was a phenomenal album.
True.
Kraftwerk was dope. I like that shit.
Generation was asking about the album I got. I mean, I got an album with Mars One. That shit that's gonna be dropping hopefully soon. That shit's pretty lit. You know what I mean? Me and Generation got some shit popping off. Not gonna touch too much of the business. But yeah, yo, check out Generation. Yo, she be, you know what I mean? I ain't go for. I can't really understand. I don't know German, but she lacing the motherfucking beats though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the way she's spitting, that shit is hard body. Like that shit is ill. I gotta translate it into English so I can really, you know what I'm saying, get in tune. But yeah, that shit is hot. The shit
hip hop.
It's definitely got roots in hardcore, like in the scene, and it's really cool just to see her be able to try to do that. I'm sure that's to me, it's one of the first times I'm seeing something like that that's so dope and so well represented through hip hop, and got so many people that are so passionate about it. You know what I mean? So I really like to see that those records she's been doing. She's been doing great on Spotify, been doing great on YouTube. I mean, you're talking about for artists, it's really kind of just coming out, like this not for the first time, but really coming out consecutively like that. That's phenomenal for any artist. So to stay that consistent and to keep building, that's great to watch, man.
Yo, her beats are banging too. Her beats are fucking banging. Yo, I don't know if Illegal had a hand in that or you know what I mean, but yo, yeah, she got some skills, man.
Definitely, man. Yo, I honestly, man, I showed her some stuff, right? And then she's like, she did all this on her own, like really, like I'm not sitting there and telling her what to do. Like she's so like into everything, like graphics, all of that stuff, and she's like where she owns everything, so she definitely does it on her own. I obviously show her some stuff and and tell her here and there some tips, but at the end of the day she does this all by herself. I'm surprised too, like for real. Like I'm like, oh shit, like she made a beat recently, me and Dad was listening to it and was like, oh yo, we need to have this for a Snowgoons album, and she's like, it's serious like that, I'm like, oh shit, that's like, when this joint is gonna come out, you're gonna hear and you see what's going on,
That's what's up, man. Yo, my question for you though is when we gonna hear DJ Legal rap? You know what I'm saying? Next Benny Holiday album. I don't want to spoil it tonight, but word.
He said never.
I mean, cause we already got your voice on the record, so you know what I mean? All we need is a dope ass, dark ass freestyle and some shit from Illegal, maybe that shit official. Word. I actually want to ask both of you, Benny and Billy, what's the possibility for a Blood Oath, like another joint? You know what I'm saying? Is that something in the works?
Yeah, we really want to go up to Virginia with Poe Mac, and like there's this guy Poe Mac, shout out, he just got an album that he just dropped with Ninth Wonder and Caesar Camachi, and I went up there to Virginia and built with him, and he can chop up everything directly on the MPC. He's got I think it's the MPC. I know they keep coming out with new models. I only know the old ones, but it's one of the newest MPCs. And I'm just telling him records, and I'm watching him chop up everything in front of me. And he's such a hip-hop head. It knows exactly who Snowgoons are. He knows exactly who Savage Brothers are. He knows who I am. He's a great dude. And we want to just go up there and work with him on Blood Oath 2. I think what we want to call it is just Blood Oath 2, and we really want to commit to making it sound like the last one. And I don't think our last one relied on the celebrities and the big stuff too much. It really relied on me and Billy just sitting there and making 40 songs and picking 14, you know? So we're going to go up there for like a week and just thug it out and complete the entire album in a week. That's our plan anyway. So the plan is to go up there with Poe Mac and some Snowgoons beats and come out with Blood Oath 2, you know?
For sure. And what we do, like, we do the same thing. But we like, it's kind of be a maestro, man. You take things, different spices from all over the world and do it, but like to go and be in the lab, you know, right there, like we have in the moment samples that we hear that it just makes music real, and it flows when it's right there. Like, cause like we'll get an idea, you know, and we got some amazing people, man. They'll turn it around in a couple hours, man. Get an idea, you get a couple hours back, you got a fucking beat that's killing it. You know what I mean? But if you could do it right there, right at the same time, and man, we are executing at a high level when we're making music, man. We are literally, it ain't taking us long. We're in there, we done in no time. So to be able to get all that and orchestrate it and maestro it and say, strings here, you know, sounds here, drops here, and just really do it. I think that's what is going to set it apart from the last one, because the last one really just kind of, you know, it was rushed as well, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we rushed it out because we were so excited to be able to do it again, you know what I mean? Yes. But now I think that if we can go and be in the studio and feel what it's like to actually make the music, you know, right there, and have time and rooms and spaces to where we don't have to do the jobs that are creating these things, like, you know, engineering and going through and
all the hours we
stopping.
ever did. I can't wait to be chilling back there, dog.
You know,
I can't wait.
It's going to be a chance to actually be the artist fully and not have to think about being the conductor. You see what I mean? You get to actually just be the artist. So like, I think that's what's exciting. It's gonna be knocked out in no time. It'll take us no time. I don't even want to tell y'all how stupid short it's gonna be. We're gonna
smoke a lot of weed and watch Italian gangster movies. That's all that's gonna happen. We're just gonna watch, not the good ones. We've seen the good ones. We're gonna watch the bad ones, and that's what makes shit dope. The shitty Italian movies. I'm telling you, it's the sauce.
It is, man. You know, that's what we're like too. We're a bunch of fucking wise guy assholes around us, man. That's how we are anyway, man. So it fits well, man. So I think that we fit in that pocket. I think we go a little bit grimier. You know what I mean? Give them a little bit more oomph to it. And I think it's gonna come out good. You know what I mean? So yeah, that'll be coming out soon. I mean, we'll see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen.
No doubt. Anybody got any other questions they want to ask? I mean, for everybody that wants to collect the vinyl, the CD, shirts and all that, go to goonsgear.com. You know what I'm saying? Just to let y'all know again. And inbox Benny if you want features and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's dope, man. I was waiting for you know what I mean, the other two homies you had, I'm not sure if they hopping in or not.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I want to shout out Primrose Smith. That's my dog. We have a bunch of shows coming up in Florida, and then he's going to be up here for me around in June. My man, Wild Bill from Silver, North Carolina. He just got me booked for some crazy shit in Virginia, and then Cleveland, Alabama, and then Fort Worth, Texas, and then Galveston, Texas, and then I get to fly back up. And then as soon as I get back, we got a long run that I'm about to announce. So right now, the booking thing is crazy. Lots of traveling. Yeah, working on dope albums for y'all. Really committed, you know. So that's where we're at.
Definitely. Yeah. And fellas, I gotta bounce now because I have to go back to the show and look for the doppelgangers. Otherwise, they're gonna be lost, I guess.
Okay, you got this, man. Mad love. Thanks for coming through, man. We appreciate everything you do, man.
Nah, I appreciate y'all fellas, definitely, man. And you know, we keep rocking, man, and keep surprising people, man. So let's keep this shit up, y'all. All right, man. Be safe.
All right, brother. Be safe, man.
Mad love.
Talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace, brother. Yeah, the homie DJ Tech 1-2 says in 2 weeks she's dropping $500 order at Goonsgear. That's what's up. That's some motherfucking real support.
That's what we're talking about right there.
Yeah, man, that's what's up.
It was so crazy. You heard him say Doppelgangers was listening to my album, dog? Let's go!
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why I said
like
the future.
That's
the future, we need that collab.
Man, that's that. They're more a rarity. That's like getting dilated peoples or something. That you know, the combination characters. It's always a wild. You know, man, that's cool as hell. Yeah, man. Raw or Billy Roscoe? Tell us what motherfucking Europe is like. What was it like doing those shows over there, dog?
I mean, over there it's just a different breed. Like they really like hip hop, so it's like, you know, put it this way: we had a show where we came out, you know, playing Lollipop, and like the whole place went to leave. Like they literally, it was fucking booing and turning around, and you know, come from where we're at, that's the biggest song in America, bro. It's killing it. You know what I mean? It's going crazy. You know what I mean? But anyway, fucking when we you know, stopped that shit and then dropped Run Run, which is the song from Savage Brothers record, the first one. And we fucking had Mask On, came out, threw the mask out, man. It was incredible, man. These people over in Europe are a different breed of people. When they come to shows, they go to party, man. Like there was a fight in the crowd. They had to stop the show, and then we stopped the show, and it was like, y'all motherfuckers want to fight? Then we got a track called Knuckle Up. We did the Knuckle Up, and then my first line is punch a fake fuck in the face, no heart, no hoe. You know what I mean? And just the whole crowd I mean, it's just incredible out there, man. Like those people, they really like music. You know what I mean? So it's like, to see that, like coming from like a small town, you know, Columbia's it's bigger in South Carolina, but it ain't like the city like that. So coming from a small town, doing shows with, you know, at the most 400 or 500 people at the height, you know what I mean? To go out there and see thousands and thousands of people, it was just incredible, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, going over there, it's different. They like the music. There was a time we were in Biel, Switzerland, just chilling on some rocks. Like they had these big ass rocks at this fucking huge ass spot that like is known for DJs. DJs started killing the shit. We got on top of some rocks. Next thing you know, the whole park is gathered around while we killing it, just on some busking shit out in Europe. You know what I mean? Just killing it. Fucking had a great time, dog. Ate a fucking piece of horse. You know what I mean? Shit was dope.
Doing South Carolina shit over there?
So I'm saying, man, that shit was crazy, you know? We met people in villages that, you know, there wasn't no street lights. You know what I mean? Like, different world out there, man. You know what I mean? Like, different world, bro. You know, so like, I don't know. I like it, but, you know, in America, man, I like to be able to know where the fuck I'm at. Because you walk outside and be lost. You be lost like a motherfucker, and everything's a Strassi, and you don't know shit. You don't know nothing. You gotta like drop breadcrumbs when you go into the bar. You know what I mean? We did end up in a couple situations, but you know, it was fun. I had a good time, you know.
You know,
So,
I'm such a
Yo,
my head. Every time I think about going to Europe, I'm like, I just can't wait to smoke weed in Europe. That's like all I think about. Like whatever country, I'm just like, it's like France, and it's just the Eiffel Tower in the back, and I'm smoking weed, like dope. And then it's like I think of like England, and it's like the big bins back there, and I'm like, nice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I want to do is just smoke weed in those different countries. I don't know why. That's just the coolest thing I can think to do.
Light it on stage. Light a blunt this big on the stage right when you come out. Yo, this sprinkler is good.
Hey, do we have somebody else join? I think there's like the bottom right corner has got like somebody just hitting a cigarette over or something. Who's that?
That's Smig. I got Smig up in here.
Yo, Smig, what the fuck was that, dude? I thought somebody was getting tortured in fucking a basement somewhere. What the fuck is that?
What was that?
Yo, y'all was
Masters
talking about
of the Universe. Masters of the Universe.
Yo, listen, I'm just being Towns. I was just in Spartanburg, and Smig's not even on the bill, and I just look over there, and he's right next to me. He's like, I got your back. I'm going to shoot this video for you. I was like, yo, Smig is the truth, dog. I swear to God, Smig is the illest in the game.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. That's mad love, yo. Hey, yo, that album is fire, y'all. Y'all did y'all's thing, man, for real. Like, I got, you know what I'm saying? I heard a couple of the songs, kind of, when y'all was recording it, yo, but I've listened to this whole album front to back, man. I don't know what my favorite song is, yo. This is so fire.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations to y'all, man, for real.
Hell yeah, me and Smig got plenty more music, and there's a couple more tracks with Billy Roscoe and Smig that's already somewhere deep in the lab. So we definitely working with Smig all year. Me and Smig having a beautiful 5-star lunch and dinner tomorrow. I can't wait.
Yo, it's fire, man.
Smig, tell them what we having for dinner tomorrow. Put it on them.
Hey, okay, it's gonna be ham with the pineapple rings.
Let's go.
We're gonna get we got homemade mac and cheese from scratch.
Let's go.
We got mashed potatoes.
Let's go.
We got mashed potatoes from scratch. We got the gravy from scratch. We bought the green beans from the store, but they made fire. So hey. And then we got the Hawaiian rolls.
And the Hawaiian rolls.
Yo.
We the eating.
This
is out here.
Yo, the Hawaiian rolls.
This is high class Southern Eastern dinner. You got to come down south for the collard
We
greens.
got you, Supreme. Come on, yeah. We got the goodness around here.
Yeah, come on.
Yo, we killing a goat. We gonna like straight up kill a goat out here. You know what I mean? And drain it.
See, North Carolina, sophisticated. The South Carolina
We're gonna bury it.
We kill
We're
the
gonna
goat.
slow cook it in the ground. We're gonna bury it and cook it in an underground burial spot.
Yo, that should be the next album cover for fucking the Blood O2. Yo, word.
Oh my God.
Blood O2.
That's what that shit was like back in the day. What was you gonna do back in the day? What, you got some chickens? You know what I mean? You can do what you gotta do. You got a goat? You gonna take that goat out back in the day, bro. You gonna eat that goat, I promise.
Yeah, shout out to someone.
The only way to cook
that's that real Carolina cooking.
Other shit.
Hey,
South Carolina.
That's my betrayals in Australia. What up?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to slide down there one day and try that, man. I'm from New York, so all we know is pizza, Chinese food. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about that goat stuff, but hey, I mean, I'm willing to try something.
Yo, that gator too. That gator is good as a motherfucker.
So that's great.
Here on the barbecue, son.
Yeah, we do a big out here, dog. I'm serious.
Yeah. Yo, I went in New York. I was in New York City. We walked by the KFC and it had a marquee over it. I was like, this is some bullshit, dog. Like, if you come down and people don't, KFC is not Southern food. They're like, you know, it's just terrible. They had the marquee and it was like KFC. And I was like, holy shit, man. Fuck.
Yo, I'm dead. Word. But yeah, Smig, you got any final words, man? Anything you want to put out there while you up?
Any final words?
Nah, man,
what's your last word?
I just want to shout out my guys, Benny Holiday, Billy Roscoe, and Supreme Almighty for everything they're doing in the hip hop. It's fucking fire. If the Blood Oath 2 comes, the Blood Oath 2 comes out, you know that's gonna be crazy. Y'all gotta cop that. Cop the damn albums that they got on Goons Gear. That's about it, man. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Yep.
I just wanted to co-sign everything y'all saying. It's all
and yo,
facts, man.
Congratulations to Smee for being on the new Goon Mode album too. He put a great verse on it, you know, doing his thing in a lot of different areas.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate. Yeah, I dropped the verse on that. It was dope. Yeah.
In the dark.
And Jack was on it too. So that was
D-Frost, what up? Me and Jack D-Frost got the biggest record we can't even talk about yet.
Jack D.
That's great.
Yeah.
He's taking shit
dark like the Canapolis Killer.
Dude, you are terrifying, Smee.
Terrifying.
You look like surveillance footage, dog.
Yo, like he about to go pour a heist right now. Yo, sneaking the zone right now, bro. Word.
First 48 about to come on, and this was the last video reported on the Victor's phone.
Smee definitely did it.
Yeah. I'm dead.
To the body right now.
I see you. Chilling. Jesus. The Canapolis Killer.
We out here moving, man. We got to stay moving.
I hear you.
Yes.
No doubt. But yo, Smeeg, I'm gonna hit you up in a few, bro. I'm gonna let you go though. I'm gonna finish it. We're gonna wrap this up though.
Facts, Supreme, man. Love y'all. I'ma holler at y'all, man. Be easy.
You all right, bro? Peace.
Hell yeah. Peace out, y'all.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? yo, Bill, you killing it with the jokes right now, bro. Like, this Billy saying some shit, man. Like, yo, I don't even want to get off this. That's how funny he got shit rolling right
man.
now.
I probably had too many beers, but I'm having fun, man. But y'all go get the album. We appreciate all the fans, everybody who's rocking with us. Thank you, man.
Yeah. You got any final things you want to do? Any final shout outs or anything like that?
Goonsgear.com. Asco67 is the man. Sunset Black. Fucking Low-Key Lee. Kremro Smith. Asco67. Asco67 again. The Gloomy Sailor. DJ Illegal. Deck Gunner. Snowgoons. SupremeDaalmighty. Everybody, thanks everybody. You know, all my videographers, TJ Ray, Jason Miller, OG Springs. Thanks to everybody who's been doing all the videos and stuff. You know, I'm just around everything, and art's being created. So shout out to the artists that helped me create the art.
No doubt. Once again, go to goonsgear.com. You know what I mean, for the latest release. Also, it's on all platforms. Mainly try to lean against more towards the Spotify, though, right? There's more like
heavy on the Spotify, please and thank you.
No doubt. So bet. Yo, once again, it's always an honor having you on, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
it's always great times.
Yeah.
You already know we gonna follow up with the next one and shit, because you just keep coming with the fucking hard shit. So you already know.
Yo, we should put that one joint that me and you are doing on the Blood Oath and let Roscoe hop on it. Put that on Blood Oath too. What you think?
Yo, I'm down. Whatever's clever,
right.
You know how we do.
Cool, we getting it on live TV. They don't even know, but they know.
Yo, no doubt. Yo, I'm gonna post this up soon. Give it take. I gotta do some editing and shit. But yo,
take your time, bro.
Have a good night, bro. Once again, yo, happy late birthday, brother. You know what I'm saying? I hit you up in the text message, but I know you probably lit like a motherfucker and shit. So I was like,
I went into my birthday. I was like, I'm not gonna drink that much. I got trashed. It was terrible. It was a travesty. I can't even speak on it. But shout outs to my DJ Cola. She held the whole thing down. She was incredible. Shout outs to my DJ.
No doubt. Bet. Yo, but yeah, I'm gonna hit you up in a few, man. Once again, you have a great night, brother.
All right, holla, peace.
Peace. Yeah, that was the homie Benny Holiday, you know what I mean? We had the homie DJ Illegal, Billy Roscoe, you know what I mean? Smeek Scientist. Make sure to follow all of them, you know what I'm saying? Go cop the Benny album, you know what I'm saying? It's worth it. Trust me on that shit. It's just back-to-back bangers. It has versatility. It has shit you wouldn't even expect, to be honest. Shit that kind of just hit you in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Check out the new Snowgoons shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a dope night. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Make sure to follow me. You know what I mean? Check out the new the new YouTube page. Cause like I said before, the older one, I ain't fucking with the shit no more. I got the new one now, so make sure to go on that. Subscribe and shit. This interview is gonna be on the new page. So I'm gonna post where to go. Shout out to everybody, Generation, the homies, Snowgoons, the whole entire Snowgoons family. You know how we do. Shout out to all my sponsors. You know what I mean? Creative Juices Music, Elite Sound International, Blaze 'em Up Radio, Vinyl Frontier, the homie, Smiley the Ghetto Child. You know what I mean? And we gonna check y'all next week. Peace and blessings.